Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my December book haul and yes, I'm filming it in my hoodie, but I'm filming this on the 28th, I think. Yes, the 28th. And I'm having a PJ day. It's been a bit of a busy Christmas. I think this is the second video going out in January. But it's been a busy Christmas and I've had sort of to rush around. I am filming this at like 11:45 and I have barely stopped all morning. And I'm still doing a roast chicken today for the kids for everyone's dinner. So it's been a busy one. So I decided, actually no, I was going to be filming this on Boxing Day, but then Boxing Day got busy and Kat told me to rest. I listened to Kat from Brews and Reviews. You all need to. She's my boss. Actually, no, Charlie's the boss, but you know, Kat and Charlie tend to tell me what to do when they worry about me. So had I filmed on then, there's a couple of books I would have gone less. As you can see from the title, this is a very big book haul. Probably the biggest I've had in a long time, because I have been good this year, or last year, whenever. I was good in 2024, 2025, I'm going to be better. So I've kind of gained 36 books. You guys would have known my number before I know this, because obviously I'm filming this before I film my wrap-up part 2. So I'm guessing my TBR will be going up, because 36 books and December's been a busy month, so I've read slightly less. And I've read some rereads, so. But I was thinking, because I bought a couple of books yesterday. No, my mum gave me a £10 Waterstones voucher, and I decided that after work yesterday, I was feeling a bit low. Personal reasons, I kind of get overwhelmed over Christmas, and I felt a bit overwhelmed. So on the way to work, Charlie was like, look in the window at Waterstones, because I walked right past the shop on the way in to my shop, and I saw that one of the books that I was looking at in the Waterstone sale online was actually on sale in your shop, and I went, I'm going to go get it. So I asked the lovely people there. They are the best. Waterstones in Brighton will have the best staff ever. I need to somehow work out a way of praising them. And they got me, and they put it to one side. They put the book to one side, and they even put the sprayed edges to one side. And then I kind of realised that to use up the whole £10 voucher, I had to get another book, because you know you want to use up the whole voucher in one go. So that's why it would have gone from 34 books. It's now gone to 36. But for me, they're gifts. Most of that money, that £10, paid for both of them. So for me, both those are counting as gifts, even though I paid a bit towards one of them. This is my logic. Anyway, I'm rambling. This is a very big book haul. I've been gifted 18 books, although 16 of those were for Christmas, and one of them was from Charlie for something else. And then I kind of bought 18, which I shouldn't have done. I should not have built books. But when I'm low, what do? I buy books. Now, like I said to you guys, that in February, the new routine is going to be kicking in with the way I'm filming my videos, which, looking at my videos for January, I still haven't actually planned one of the videos. Which is, I never have a slot free where I've not planned a video, not worked out what I'm going to do. But I have decided that I am going to include book hauls as part of, they're going to stay. So yes, it's going to be weekly wrap-ups, weekly book chats. I still need to decide what the title is. And it's still going to be weekly book chats, but I'm still going to film my book haul separately. So you will get a sneaky peek, okay, every week. But I'm going to do the weekly chats, and then I'm going to do an extra video for the stats. So at the end of February, you'll get an extra video on the Wednesday with the bookish stats. So it'll be a short one, nothing too long, where I'll literally just give you the stats and just tell you my favourites and worst books of the month. So that's just making me feel a lot happier about my February. But I'm keeping the book hauls because, to be honest, I love filming them. Yes, they're long, but I love filming them. And this is going to be ridiculously long. So because of that, I'm not going to go into too much detail on any of the books. But I'm just so goddamn excited. Obviously, you will see, I'll link down below the people who gifted me the books. And I just want to say thank you, not just for the people who've sent me the books, but for all of you for the bookish recommendations, for just your general love, and just for being amazing. I'll go into more thank yous and all my other January, like, you've got quite a few good January videos coming up, like about best books and stats and all that lot. But stop rambling, Emily. By the way, don't you like my catty hoodie? Charlie and Vicky got me that. Should have done that in my gratitude journal, but that might go in next one. Anyway, I've had to do 3 or 4, I've done 4 stacks because there are so many. So the first book I want to show you is from, it was gifted me from the lovely Ange from Angie's Book Chatter, and this is Before We Forget Kindness. And this is the latest one in the series. She read it and loved it. She was the one that got me started on this series. And she is, oh, Ange is just actually like one of the sweetest people you can ever meet. All of my book group friends are amazing. But this one is beautiful. It's green, and because it's a hardback, it goes with the pink one that I bought last year. And this is the 5th book in the series, and it's got 4 tales. I'm just going to have a little sneaky peek and tell you the tales. So I love this. I normally read one of these in a day, but oh god, this is going to break. They always break me, but they're the best books ever. So we got, in this one, we got the Son, the Nameless Child, the Father, and the Valentine. This will break me into a million pieces. This is going to be one that I'm thinking I'm probably going to put away straight away, because some of these books I'm going to put away today, and some I'm going to wait to put away a different day. But I don't want to look into this one too much. I like looking into it when I read it, so that's going to be one I'm going to be putting on straight on my shelves. But thank you, Ange. You smashed it. That is perfect. Then the lovely Danny from Danny's Book World. She kind of had this cheek, because one of these books, we were chatting, Book Waffle, we chat all the time. I chat to some of them separately as well. Most of them separately, actually. And I saw this in the works. I nearly bought it. And she was like, don't buy it. So it kind of gave me a hint this was coming. And this is Foxglove by Aidan Grace. I think I've already got Belladonna. I haven't started it. And then we've got Wisteria coming out in paperback in June, I think. So I don't know whether I might start this series sooner or later. I don't know when I'm going to start the series, or whether I wait for the 3rd book to come out and then I just binge it. But this is like the 2nd in the series. It's about a duke has been murdered. The Lord of Thorngrove has been framed. Fate has been hell-bent on revenge after his brother Death stole the life of the woman he loved. Fate is determined to have Signa for himself, no matter what the cost. This is another one that I think I'm going to put on my shelves reasonably quickly, actually. No, this one's going to be safe. I'm going to look at this a bit more, actually. I don't know why I do this. The next one I have to put on my shelf, actually I'll wait until... There's another sneaky peek, which is... Danny bought me this one as well, and this one is the 3rd in the series, The Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire. I already got the Witch's Guide for Fake Dating a Demon, which I got from the charity shops. So she bought me this one as well. So I kind of had to, on Christmas Day, treat myself, after surviving the in-laws, treat myself to A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch, which is the 2nd in the series. So I'm going to have all 3 of them. Kind of get the gist here. There's quite a lot of fantasy. Werewolf Ben Rosewood is happy with his life, 100%. Everything is fine. His business is thriving. His anxiety disorder, well, it's been better. As for romance, who has the time? But after drunkenly bidding on winning on a supposedly possessed crystal online, he finds himself face to face with a beautiful, angry vampire. All I need to know: witchy, romance. My scene completely. That's going to wait. That's those 2 have got to wait, because I've got to wait for the 2nd book to come out. Then Chris always buys me 3 books to go in my stocking, and we went to the works to pick. It's £3 for £6. I'm not supporting what the works here, but I had a look before we went because I wanted to know what I wanted. I chose 2 of these. He chose 1. First one is The Knowing by Emma Hines. I am slightly concerned. I bought it because it looks like a bit of it's historical fiction, which I love. Set in the 19th century New York, which is somewhere different. I've not read from New York for a while. And working as a living canvas for an abusive tattooed artist in the decaying underworld of the 19th century New York, Flora meets Minnie, an enigmatic circus performer who offers her a way out. Salvation comes in the form of an opulent townhouse that is home to the menacing and predatory Mr. Chester Merton. But it's got about tarot cards, and with my Christian faith, that's still something I struggle with. But it could be intriguing. I'm hoping because it's historical fiction, that'll be the predominant bit, and I'll love it. But it does look really pretty, so that's actually going straight on my shelves, actually. And then I chose this one because it's historical fiction, The Royal Daughter by Soraya Lane. Apparently it's 3rd in the series, but I'm hoping it's okay because I've not read the first 2. But it's got dual timelines, London present day, as Ella looks down on a faded black and white photograph of an unmarried woman and a child alongside a piece of sheet music. She wonders how these items could possibly relate to her own family. They were left to her at Hope's house, a home for unmarried mothers. So there's a bit more about that. And I don't know where the other timeline is, but there's another timeline. And it's historical fiction. need to double check. But it's historical fiction. It's set in the Greek island of Scotland. Whatever, I can't say it. Yeah, so I think it looks good. I'm going to read that. So that one's going to go on the shelves as well. Then, sorry about this. Then Chris chose me this because he knows that I'm actually getting into murder mysteries. Mysteries, not thrillers. But he thought this looked like it good for me. And this is Murder at the Fair by Greg Moss. It's a Maisie Cooper mystery. And fans of Osmond are in for a treat. And I do like Richard Osman books. I like the sound of them. I've got to start that series as well. What am I doing to myself? But he thought I would like this. I think Alice, this is kind of an honour of Alice as well. Summer is in full swing in the picturesque Sussex countryside. Maisie Cooper is bound for an annual Bitling fair, expecting to enjoy homemade cakes, a glass of cider and a spot of Morris dancing. What she doesn't bargain for is tensions running high between the villagers of East Bitling and the disagreements has been stirred up in high and mighty Lady Catherine from the big house at the mill. Is this nothing more than village politics, or is, as the sun has set on the fair, will Maisie Cooper have another mystery on her hand? Let's give it a go. If I like this, then it might be another set of mysteries that I read. That's going on the shelves as well. It's hard to decide which ones I'm going to look at, but I think those ones I can safely put away. Then the lovely Jack got me this one, a Cordelia Funk, The Petrified Flesh. Petrified Flesh, this could be intriguing. It's a translated fiction, because I know she's running a translated fiction readathon with Roz and I don't know who else, someone else. It was Catcher. I think it might be Catcher, not sure. And this is translated fiction. It's the start of a series. Why does she always buy me starts of the series? Cheeky Jack. But apparently Jack thinks I'm going to love it, and Jack knows me very, very well. Jacob has uncovered a doorway to another world. I do like that. Hidden behind a mirror. A place of dark magic and enchanted objects. All this does sound like me, actually. Scheming dwarves and fearsome ogres. Fairies born from water and men born from stones. Oh my god. I don't need to read any more than that. That is such a me book. Here hunts for the treasure, and seeks adventures in the company of Fox, a beautiful shape-shifting girl who guides and guards him. This looks so good. If I like this series, she's got me like started on about 2 or 3 series, so I kind of need to start them really, don't I? So this one I'm going to look at a bit more actually. So I'm not going back on the shelves yet. Then the lovely Cat from Brews and Reviews got me 2 books, and this is Two Wrongs Make a Right and Better Hate Than Never. So that one and that one. And these are going to be to do with the Spoonies, because the author is own voices of so she's own voices, and I believe she's got autism, or she's neurodivergent. There you go. The author is neurodivergent, and one of these has 1 neurodivergent character, and one of them has 2, and it also has anxiety. And so they're going to be they're going to be for the Spoonies, I think, or I might read one of them for the Spoon. The first one, she reckons the second one's more for the Spoonies, but the first one is as well. They're romance by a neurodivergent author, so that's obviously going to be to do with me being my disability rep, which I love. I think that other one of them's got about anxiety with that other book, so it's really focusing on my Spoonies and my disability rep. But this one is to do with opposites becoming allies to matchmaking, and they have nothing in common but a meat disaster and a mutual understanding of how they could be wrong for each other. I like that. I obviously want to support neurodivergent authors, and I really want to support that, and I really like the sound of both these. And if Kat reckons I'm going to love them, then I know I will. I think I will look at them a bit more. This is not going well. I was supposed to put them all away. Chris is getting a bit fed up of me because I've got piles of books everywhere. They will go away. I will look at those a bit more. Then this one is Norwegian Wood by Murakami. Now, I originally had this book and I gave it away, and this was given to me by Edita, which is one of Mia's best friend's mum. But I didn't necessarily read it, but it's a translated fiction, I think it's almost a classic, so I think I might put it in the classics. And I didn't necessarily like it first time, but I'm going to give it another go, because I think I read some of it and I didn't think it was for me. So I'm going to give this another go, but I don't know when. I can read it for the readathon, the translated fiction readathon. And I don't know when I'll read it, but if anyone wants to buddy read this with me, I think this one might be quite good to buddy read. So if you do want to buddy read this with me, please do. Please send me a note, message, whatever. Let me know. But it's set in Tokyo. It's a big book. I know people have liked it, but I know I gave my copy originally to Charlie from Charles Heathcote. And I hope I like it. I'm going to give it a go. that one's actually going to go on the shelves. I do need someone to tell me. Then this is a book that I know Charlie gave me, and this is Some Like It. These next three are from Charlie, from my sister, from Charlie Book Reads, who's my best friend. And this is Some Like It Cold by Elle McNichol. She got me this edition because she got herself another edition that she liked better, but I love this one. This is going to be read in February because it's Some Like It Cold. It's got to be read in the winter. But again, neurodivergent author, totally supporting that, and it's her new YA book. I think Leanne from Leanne Rose Reads has read this. It's a YA romance, so I think it's one of her first YA romances. Two rivals, one secret, the winter that will change everything. 18-year-old Jasper is heading home for the holidays. Arthur, a budding filmmaker in a long time dawn in Jasper's side, is looking for a story worthy of the big screen, and the return to the small town's golden girl could be just what he's searching for. This looks amazing. Cannot wait to read it. That's going to have to be not put on my shelves just yet because I've got to put it straight on the book trolley. Once I've got my in start of January, that's going straight on my February book to be read. The next one was a book that Charlie was supposed to be buddy reading with me because it was for Lauren's readathon and she wanted to. And this is Gifts by Laura Bartlett. And it's got a series of short stories. I know someone else on BookTube read it and didn't love it. I think I rated it 4 stars, but I think Jennifer rated it 3, or Jennifer DNF'd it. I thought it was alright. It's a good Christmas book. I hope Charlie doesn't kill me. She gifted me this as well, but it was sort of a series of short intermittent books, but I hoped it would be a bit more Christmassy, and it wasn't as much. But yeah, you'll hear more about that on my wrap-up, so that's got to go away. Then the next 2 she bought me for my stocking was books that I kind of picked when we went out to our books, because we went book shopping for buying the Waffle Girls books, and we chose each other's stockings, presents. And this one, I think Jem from Gemma Books has read this. I just think this looks such a me book, and this is The Strange Adventures of H. This looks such a me book, so Charlie smashed it when she said that I could have this. Orphaned young, H is sent to live with her doting aunt in London. H's life is happy one until her lecherous cousin robs her of her innocence, and the plague takes away the city and the people she loves. H is cast out, friendless, pregnant and destitute, into the rapidly decaying streets of London under quarantine. Such a me book. Cannot wait to read this. This looks amazing. I swear someone else I know has read this. That's actually going on my shelves. Sweet's talking. Then she bought me this one as well, because I swear to God this has been all over BookTube as well. This is Phil Stamper, The Gravity of Us. You can hear him meowing. With Leon, the burning in his chest has never been so perfectly bright, so clear. When Cal's dad is selected for the NASA missions to Mars, Cal feels like his future is falling apart. How can he become a serious journalist when his own family is part of the hottest story around? An Astro Kid, I don't know much about it, but it does look really good, and you're getting sweet bum in the face. Sorry about this. So that's the last one Charlie got me. And I think it looks good. That one not necessarily going on the shelves because I don't know where it's going to go. Then Jem from Gemma Books. Sorry guys. Got me this Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This was on my Amazon recommended books to get, and I don't know why, but she got me it. And I don't know why I didn't get it, but actually that's quite good because obviously Jem got it for me, and I think Jem is amazing. Jem obviously knows me very well because she's one of my bookie girls. So this is a bit of magical realism, a bit of romance, a bit of everything. After Tora Sullivan's husband died, she began working the night cleaner shift at Sowell Bay Aquarium, keeping busy, and has helped her cope for over 30 years, ever since son Eric mysteriously vanished on a boat. One night she meets Marcellus, a giant Pacific octopus living in an aquarium, who sees everything but wouldn't dream of lifting one of his 8 arms for his human captors, until he forms a remarkable friendship with Tova. Ever the detective, Marcella deducts what happened that night that Tova's son disappeared, and now he must use every trick his own body can muster to unearth the truth before it's too late. This looks good. Apparently it's a warm novel, so it looks really good. So thank you, Jem. Let's go straight on the shelf. By the way, I'm just deciding which ones are going on because I need to work out room over there, because otherwise they're going to kill me. So the next 2 books are the ones that I chose from Mum's Waterstone voucher. So technically Mum gave me them. And actually, I think Mum would approve. First one is one I've been wanting to buy. I was going to wait for it to come out in hardback, in paperback, because I've got all of Michelle Harrison's other books in paperback. But to find it in the half price Waterstone sale, I thought, sod it, I have to get this. Don't know whether I'm going to read it in March for the Bronte Readathon. Two Sisters, One Crime. I love books with sisters. Obviously, having two sisters, my blood sisters, and then my extra like friends that are like sisters. This just looks like so me. I loved her witchy books that she wrote, and I just loved them. Twin sisters who can stop time, but can they stop murder? When the Morrow twins arrive on a dusty old box house, they think they're going to be dull, but the house has lots of secrets. A missing woman, a baby left on the doorstep, a locked study, and and as the mysteries pick up, the girls begin to investigate what happened in the past. This looks so good. And of course, I'm not putting that away yet. I only got it yesterday. And then this is the one that literally... I know it's had mixed reviews on BookTube, but it looks like a me book. It doesn't matter if other people haven't loved it. It's a me book. And this is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. And they gave me this edition for half price. Look, I had to get it. It's not my fault. Mum paid for it. Mum's not into really witchy books, but she knows I love it. And it's sugar candy. Witchy books, as you can well tell, are sugar candy. Apparently fantasy is sugar candy. I am going to be doing a video about how my book taste has changed. Everyone knows about this. It's about Belladonna Blackthorn hasn't lost her magical spark, but hasn't seen it in a while too. Thomas has just come downstairs, so I hope he'll be good. Balancing work at her beloved London bookshop. Oh my god, it's got a bookshop in it. I've forgotten about that. With handling her toxic boss, concealing her witchcraft for those around her. Belle is burnt out. Perfecting the potential of her magic is the last thing on her mind. When her 30th birthday brings summons in the coven and a trial, won't be long.
Mom, if you subscribe to your channel.
Oh, I've got my little Thomas's best friend subscribed to my channel.
I shouted at her too.
Oh, that's so sweet. Right, and Belle risks losing magic forever. With only a month left to fix things and a suspicion that dark forces may be working against her, Belle will need all the help she can get from the women in her life, so an unlikely mentor figure. It is a real me book. It might not be other people's book, but Charlie thinks it's a me book. And if Charlie thinks it, it's right, because Charlie knows me better than anyone. Best friend since birth. She's my bestie. And then lastly on my gift is to a gift that, on this book, oh my god, we're already halfway through the book. I'm sorry this video is so long, guys. Which is Why Mummy Drinks on Holiday. And this was given me to us by a subscriber, Lorraine, who is one of the sweetest subscribers. She always does nice things, and I'm just truly grateful for her. And this is one of the Why Mummy Drinks on Holiday. I don't need to know much about this. I was going to buy it when it came out on paperback. And I don't know if you knew this, Andrea, but not Andrea, Raheem. But look, it's another collector's edition! Another signed collector's edition, which are the ones I bloody love. And I can see that she started me on these. I read the Christmas book, obviously this month in December, and loved it, and it cheered me up no end. This will be saved for the summer, but it's one that I know I'm gonna love. I love this author's work. She makes me laugh at every time. So yeah, that is going on the shelves because it's a summer book, so I don't need to know anymore. Now to the books that I bought. I'm not going to go, like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I really can't, otherwise this is going to be stupidly long. The first one I bought when I was out with Charlie, and this is Paris Delacour is About to Crumble by Alexis Hall. Can't remember if Olivia liked this or not. I know Olivia likes the author, but I think she said that I could read it as a standalone. I think Kat said it's second in the series, so I'm hoping I can read this. I'm hoping I like it. It's apparently about cakes, it's romance, it's like fun. Apparently, I think Kat thinks I'm gonna like it. Alexis Hall, I've got another book by the author, I do need to blooming read it. And it's about like anxieties and stuff, so I don't know anymore. Baking by an author that Olivia likes and Kat thinks I'm going to like, so why not? That's going back on the shelves. Most of these gifted ones are going back on the shelves, so actually I do need to kind of... Oh, sorry. Right, the next one is a book that my lovely boss at... I went into Baz Books and I bought some books in the sale because obviously it was my last shift before I finished for Christmas, and I bought some books in the sale, and I'll gradually tell you those ones. But this one was talking to me on the shelves for ages, and it says talk bookish to me. What more do I need to know? Talking bookish, She's a bestseller. The lead character in this, Cara Sullivan, is a best-selling romance novelist with 7 novels under her book. But looming deadlines don't scare her, and she's having a writer's block. Apparently, you get reader's blocks and you get writer's blocks. This does sound fun. Cute romance, bookish include. Why not? Then I got a book. I think I showed you this in my gratitude journal. The Henna Wars by Abdida Jagrada. I know a lot of people have read this and loved it. I know Chatty read it and loved it. I know Kat read it and loved it. And I think Charlie's read it and loved it. So it is LGBTQI romance. Nisha's parents didn't say she can be anyone she wants, as long as she isn't a lesbian. She doesn't want to lose her family, but she also doesn't want to hide who she is, which only gets harder when Flavia walks in her life. Beautiful and charismatic, Flavia takes Nisha's breath away, but their life becomes tangled and they're caught in a rivalry that gets in the way. This is amazing, apparently. So I got this for £1 at one of my charity shops, and it's brilliant. Then to one again I got on sale because Baz Books is great, and this is The Secret Life of an Uncle Mum. It looks like one that I'm going to read to cheer me up because it looks like a funny one, and apparently there's another book by the author that was funny. She used to have it. She used to want it all. Now she just wants a nap. Get that? Trust me. Tara Gallagher is knackered. She used to dream of being Beyonce, but suddenly being 36, and instead of headlining Glastonbury, she's in her pyjamas on a Friday night watching Googlewops. Well, I'm regularly in my pyjamas on a Friday night, but I should read. And it's time for a mummy makeover, and she's going to show her teenage daughter she's still cool. I don't think Mia thinks I'm cool. She's nearly a teenager. So yeah. I'm obviously about 10 years older than this person, but I get the whole being an uncool mum. Trust me, I know I'm very uncool. And then Charlie made me buy this one at the charity shops in Wokingham, and this is Crazy in Love at the Lonely Hearts bookshop. Little realising that it's apparently about 4th in the series. Has anyone read this? Do you know if I need to read the rest of the books first? But it's got the words Lonely Hearts bookshop. Had to get it. I don't want to read too much of it because I don't know where it's 4th in the series. I don't know if I need to find the other books first. Apparently, true love romance. Nina's addicted to bad boys. The meaner the better. I used to love bad boys. Not so much now. But see what it's like. And then I bought a book for Christmas book, which I'm going to save for next year because I'm all Christmas booked out. But I haven't got any Christmas books for next year yet. I think I've only got this one. It's a Jo Thomas one, Finding Love in the Christmas Market. I got this from Baz Books as well. Jo Thomas, I love her work. I love their romances. This looks perfect Christmas book, and I just thought she was going to. And Connie has only had one online dating disasters too many. Hurt in the past, with her son to consider, she's feeling hesitant. Besides, she's too busy working as a caterer in a residential home to any kind of romance, until an elderly resident sets her up on a date with a beautiful German market. That's brilliant. Can't wait to read that next year. I think that actually I might go and put that away somewhere. And then another one I got in Wokingham, which was The Secrets of Villa Amore by Carol Kirkwood. I read one of her Greek books and I loved that one. And this is You're invited to the most glamorous wedding of the year. The guests are gathering under the Mediterranean sun as champagne flows, and so do the secrets. The childhood sweethearts, a dazzling bride, and unexpected guests. A scandal and betrayal are about to destroy their happily ever after. Romance. Sounds good to me. And I'm going to have to... I think all the books are coming up all enough. Then I got a Kristin Hannah when we were away, one there as well. The Things We Do to Love. I think this is one of our older books, a contemporary book. Years of trying unsuccessfully to conceive a child have broken more than Angie Desaria's heart. Following a painful divorce, she moves back to her small Pacific Northwest hometown and takes over management of the family restaurant. In the West End, where life rises and falls of the tide, Angie's fortunes will be drastically changed again when she meets and befriends a troubled young woman. This is one of her older books. I don't know how old, but I see if I can see it. Let me just see. I like finding out roughly how long this is. I think this is from 2019, so it's actually not too old. It's not actually one of our too older books, so it should be good. Then one I've screened about, my Vampire Plus one by Jenna Levine. This was my treat from the works, and I've got the other author's other book, and I think it's like, I don't think it's connected to this, but it's about nothing sucks more than fake dating a vampire. Fake dating, vampires, fantasy. You know this is me to a T. And I can't wait to read it because it looks like such a me book, and I want it desperately. I want to read the other one. I want to read My Roommate is a Vampire. I think I've got a fair few books like that to read. Then I've got a couple of non-fiction books that I picked up from Baz Books as well, because I do like reading non-fiction. I think I'm kind of going down that route. The first one is Catching Babies, a true story of a dedicated midwife. I think I should be able to cope with this, and I think this is about being a midwife in the past slightly, but I don't know how old it is. Inspirational true stories and being a midwife. I think I can cope with this and it's quite a short book. And non-fiction, looking forward to seeing what it's like. Wasn't very expensive. So I think I'm gonna have to put these books over here. This one may break me, but it was on 20p in the sale at Waterstones, and this is in my charity shop. Life, Death and Biscuits, and it's inspiring diaries of the critical care nurse in the COVID frontline. 4 years down the line, can I cope with it? I'm hoping I can. But I find reading these sort of books does inspire me, because obviously COVID was like one of the shittiest times for everybody. And let's see what it's like, see if I can read it and remind myself that if we cope with that, we can cope with anything. Then 2 Agatha Christie's, and I've not put them together. And so these will be part of the Agatha Paradise Along. And this is first one's Cat Amongst the Pigeons, which I think... Yeah, it's a Poirot, but it's one of the later Poirots. So that's going to be right down the end of the readathon. Late one night, 2 teachers investigate a mysterious flashing light in the sports pavilion, while the rest of the school sleeps. There amongst the lacrosse sticks, they stumble across a body of the unpopular games mistress, shot through the heart at the point blank range. This looks good. And then obviously I've got the Mousetrap, which was going to be read sort of in the middle of it, I believe. It's a play, but it's an Agatha Christie. I've never read it. So these two we got in Wokingham. So obviously have to read those. Actually, that one needs to go down. Then another one I got from Baz Books, which is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. This is, I believe it's like a modern classic. But I know people have read it. It's a profoundly moving novel, an honest and true one. It's apparently set in the Nolans lived in the Williamsburg slums of Brooklyn from 1902 until 1919. Their daughter Frances and son Neely knew more about their fair share of privations and sufferings than a lot of the great city's poor. Heard good things about this, so I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Then to another one I got. This is one I probably paid my normal price for. This is Liz Treno's The Silk Weaver. I've got about 4 books by this author, and I haven't even started reading them yet. But it's set in 1760, the Spitalfields, which I know that is a place that I've sort of read about a bit. So again, it's my sort of eras that I like reading about. Anna Butterfield's life is about to change forever as she moves from her idyllic Suffolk home to be introduced to London society. A chance encounter with a French silk weaver, Henry, draws her into a volatile world of the city's bludgeoning silk trade. Good. I'm going to give that a go. Then to a historical fiction mystery, again in honour of Alice. And this is the start of a series. This is the second book in the series, but its lead character is called Emily, and she's the murder sort of person. There's a new cat about town. The London social season is in full swing, and the aristocracy can't stop whispering about a certain gentleman who claims to be the direct descendant of Louis the XIV, so I can't remember what that is, and Marie Antoinette. Drawing rooms and boudoirs and ballrooms are also abuzz with the latest news of an audacious cat burglar who's been making off with precious items that once belonged to the ill-fated queen. But light gossip turns serious when the owner of the most pilfered treasures is murdered, and the thief develops a twisted obsession with Lady Emily Ashton, whose reputation and private life is threatened by a brewing scandal. Got Emily in it. I have to read it. Oh my god, this video is so long. Then, nearly there, The Forgotten Palace by Alexandra Walsh. I got this. This is again dual timelines. Firstly set in London 1900 and set in London in the present day. Looks very good. The underground labyrinth of lost souls wanderers, waiting for revenge, waiting for love. So this does look really good. Don't tell any more than that. It looks really good. And then last but not least, The Flames by Sophie Hayden. I went to Waterstones. No, I went to the charity shop next to my Tesco's near me, and this looks like a really me book. And Gem does agree as well. She said this looks like a me book. It's historical fiction set in the Viennese times. Set in Vienna, 1913, Behind every painting there's a story. Look, how perfectly me does this look? Don't want to know any more than that. It looks set in Vienna at the Zenith, and it's got about two sisters, Edith and Adele, are sisters, and they're daughters of a wealthy bourgeois family. So good. Such a me book. So I'm so sorry guys, this is such a long video, but I knew it would be. But I'm so excited by all these books. I can't wait to read them all. I can't wait to find room on my shelves. I can't wait to probably do a bit of a rearranging. But if you got to the end of this video, leave me a gift emoji, because like I said, half these books are gifted. So leave me a gift emoji if you got to the end. Let me know what books you got in December. Is there any of these you want to buddy read with me? Please, 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 can someone want to buddy read Norwegian Wood with me, please? And like I said, just chat to me in the comments. I love it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Bring on my diggly. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.